Good evening. Welcome to Club Bed. I've just lit a beautiful piece of Palo Santo, and I'm allowing a beautiful, clean, crisp, it's almost like an almond, minty, fresh scent. That's how the smoke smells. It's not thick at all. It's sort of like eucalyptus smoke in its consistency. And it's clearing the room. And we're listening to a sleep subliminal from Celestial Subliminals. We're going to begin tonight by emptying our lungs. Fill them up. Hold for 5 seconds. 5,000, 4,000, 3,000, 2,001. And empty your lungs again. And now you can go back to normal breathing. Every experience, no matter how bad it seems, holds within it a blessing of some kind. The goal is to find out. I'm reading from some Buddha wisdom oracle cards. They're really cute. Remember that sometimes not getting what you want is a wonderful stroke of luck. You might wonder when that could be. Well, how about this? How about if you were planning a flight to Las Vegas for a decadent weekend and your whole flight was canceled, and then you later find out that there was a terrible incident in Las Vegas that actually happened to someone that I know. So remember, everything happens for a reason. It's usually a good idea to go with the flow. So the person who wrote these affirmations out, it's really cute because I don't think they speak English really well, but it's really sweet. So I'm looking at this affirmation that says, "Do good for other. It will come back in unexpected ways." Anyway, do good for others. It will come back in unexpected ways. We're going to start tonight with our root chakra. And as we go through these exercises, feel free to bring your person into the visualization. They do not have to know that you're doing this for them. So as you know, the root chakra is in the area of your spine, the base of your spine. It represents our connection, really, with the earth. When it's clear, usually we feel safe, secure, rooted, and stable, and on a solid foundation. So you can picture yourself, if you like, right now, standing in the grass with your bare feet. And you can start to feel the vitality of the earth beneath you. Feel the grass between your toes. Feel that you are deeply and strongly supported on a firm ground. I'm going to give you some affirmations for the root chakra. And while you're picturing a beautiful ruby red ball, ball of light in the area of the base of your spine. And you can picture the same thing for your person. They're standing on the grass there with you. Allow this ball of ruby red light to become a fan. Allow it to spin, pulling in security and money and a feeling of stability. You feel safe and supported. You are exactly where you are supposed to be. You have everything that you need. You are grounded and stable. You are deeply rooted. You are standing on your own 2 feet. You trust in life. You are connected to your body. You are grateful for all the challenges that helped you to grow into who you are. You love your life. Now allow your root chakra to glow out an intense ruby red. Feel security and money being pulled toward you. And know that you are safe and secure. We're going to move up now to the Sacral Chakra. So this area is somewhere between your hip bones. This chakra helps you to feel creative, joyful, and energetic. No one is going to rescue you from yourself. Only self-love can rescue you. Before you assume, learn the fact. Before you judge, understand why. Before you hurt someone, feel. Before you speak, think. Don't be impressed by money, followers, degrees, and titles. Be impressed by kindness, integrity, humility, and generosity. You are getting very, very sleepy. Your body is starting to feel very, very heavy, being pulled into your bed. You can feel the force of gravity pushing you down into your bed or the couch or wherever you're sleeping. I want you to picture a beautiful, bright orange color between your hip bones. Allow this to glow out, become larger and larger until this beautiful ball of orange light is the same width as your hips. It's a vibrant orange. Now I want you to make it spin in the same direction that your root chakra is spinning in. Do you see any dark spots? If you do, just increase the speed of the spin and let them fly off. You are a creature of joy and light. You love your life. You honor your body and you treat yourself respectfully. You trust your feelings and you give them room for expression. You receive pleasure and abundance with every breath you take. You are grateful for the joy of being you. You love yourself unconditionally, exactly as you are. Pleasure is a sacred part of your life. You go with the flow with ease and grace. Before you leave this chakra, take a moment. I'm going to give you about 10 seconds to think about something that gives you pleasure. It can be anything as long as it gives you pleasure. Excellent job. And now for a few of our Buddha wisdom affirmations. If you have to choose between being kind and being right, choose being kind and you will always be right. The mind is like water. When it is turbulent, it is difficult to see. When it is calm, everything becomes clear. Life will keep bringing you the same lesson over and over again until you learn it. That's a cute one. Are you getting sleepy? Are you getting very, very sleepy? When thinking about life, remember this. No amount of guilt can solve the past, and no amount of anxiety can change the future. Negative thoughts and tensions are like birds. We can't stop them from flying near us, but we can stop them from making a nest in our mind. And I'm reminded of the wonderful quote from the late Wayne Dyer, who used to say, "You really cannot afford the luxury of one negative thought." Rid yourself of negative thought. Anytime a thought, this is what he used to say, he used to use one word. Anytime a negative thought came in his head, he would simply say, next, and dismiss the thought. It takes a lot of discipline. The key is to catch yourself when you're allowing the negative thoughts in, I think. So we're moving up now to the solar plexus chakra, which is between our ribs. And here you can picture a beautiful golden miniature sun that's shining out. And allow it to begin to turn in a counterclockwise direction. Don't worry about which direction is clockwise or counterclockwise. Just make sure that all your chakras are turning in the same direction. So the solar plexus chakra gives us our ability to engage with our own personal power and to make positive choices. I always think that it's the essence also of who you really are. You make choices that benefit you. You accept your ability to bring health, love, and joy into your life. you honor yourself and treat yourself with respect. You are confident that you know what is in your best interest. You know that you deserve a wonderful life. I just saw 1515. You stand up for yourself. You accept responsibility for all of your decisions. You choose health, healing, and happiness. You express yourself in a powerful way. You act with courage and strength. You choose what is best for you. Talking about your problems is the greatest addiction you can have. Break the habit. Talk about your joys. Holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned. Suffering is not holding you. You are holding suffering. In the end, only 3 things matter: how much you loved, how gently you lived, and how gracefully you let go of things not meant for you. Help someone today. If you light a lamp for someone else, it will also brighten your path. I love this one that's coming up. If your compassion does not include yourself, it is incomplete. In other words, have compassion for yourself. Forgive yourself is the main thing that I'm always telling people to do. You do not need someone to complete you. You only need someone to accept you completely. That's a really good one. I remember, I can't remember the author's name who wrote Chicken Soup for the Soul, but he was being interviewed by Oprah Winfrey years and years ago, and she asked him what he thought the greatest sort of not crime against humanity, but what is the worst thing that we do to each other? And he said, not accepting people for their true, authentic self. Isn't that amazing? Some of the greatest artists had very strange, unusual habits, or where Einstein was very messy, for example. You really, we really have to accept people for their true authenticity. It's not about going around being perfect like a bunch of Pleasantville people. It's amazing how we've strayed away from understanding that. And anyway, all right, so let's move up to our heart chakra. Speaking of unconditional love, because unconditional love is love without conditions, So physically, the heart chakra is associated with the heart, the lungs, and also circulation. And one of the things about the heart chakra and that vibration that we were using last night is the boost that it gives the immune system. So what I'd like you to do with this chakra is picture that giant center around your chest area, all around your chest area. picture it a beautiful emerald, beautiful shimmery emerald green. And I want you to turn it in the same direction that your other chakras are turning in as I read you these affirmations. You are loved and you are loving. It is safe to love and to be loved. You are following the path of the heart. You agree to surrender to love. You forgive others for not being who you want them to be. You forgive yourself for everything. Your heart is full of gratitude. You love everything about yourself. Compassion. You are love and light. You are peace. You are open to love. You are calm, present, and centered. You are also getting very, very sleepy. Right now, you're going to drop your jaw. Just let it relax. Let it drop. Notice how the facial muscles will also completely relax. Your shoulders will relax, your neck, everything from the top of your head down will relax when you drop your jaw. Life and time are the world's best teachers. Life teaches us the use of time, and time teaches us the value of life. There is nothing in this world that can trouble you more than your own thoughts. I just saw 2222, by the way. Watch them carefully. And again, I find with ridding yourself of negative thought, the first thing you have to do is alert yourself when you're doing it, because that's part of the problem. And then once you can get used to doing that, then try the next thing. What I find is helpful is if you use yellow sticky notes or post-it notes or whatever color you like, stick them around your house or your apartment, your kitchen, wherever you spend the most time, or your office space, and just put positive mental thought or PMT on each sticky. If you're, use acronyms if you're embarrassed and you don't want to tell people what you're doing. Because what it does is you can't help but look at these yellow sticky notes throughout the day, and it will remind you to check yourself. What I found when I started doing that was I was absolutely floored by how easy it is to allow the mind to run into that negative dialogue. It just seems to happen before you know it. So catching yourself is half the battle is over with once you train yourself to replace the thought as soon as you notice the negative thought being there. And then what you're going to notice after that, once you become really good at keeping your thoughts positive, the next thing that will happen to you is you'll become a little intolerant of others, because it will shock you. When your vibration raises, you will naturally find yourself surrounding yourself with positive people, because what you'll notice is that you'll notice other people's negative thoughts once you rid yourself of your own. Of course, you really have to train yourself. If you're around people that you cannot avoid being around, for example, coworkers or a negative boss, it is really trying, but that's a good challenge. They're Obviously, we can't tell them what to think. And if you're dealing with someone who's in a, your boss or someone who's in a superior position, you're going to have to discipline yourself just to keep your mouth closed. And it's an extra challenge, because then you're not only tackling your negative thoughts, but you're tackling their negativity. Just remember that just because someone else is running a negative dialogue, that does not mean that they are correct. If they are in a position superior to you and they're running negative dialogue, that does not mean that they are correct. It may mean that you may need to keep your mouth shut in order to keep your job, if that's what you choose to do. But as you can see, and once you conquer one challenge, there's going to be another. It just means that you're doing really well, okay, and you're making progress. All right, so let's look at the throat chakra next. Just listen to this is funny, the little affirmation that I just looked at after saying all that. You cannot change how people feel about you, so don't try. Just live your life and be happy. One day, you will look back and realize that you worried too much about things that don't really matter. Happiness does not depend on what you have or who you are. It solely relies on what you think. In other words, people are about as happy as they make up their mind to be. So why don't we just all make up our minds to be happy? If you always think of blessings, you attract more blessings. If you always think of problems, you attract more problems. Always keep good thoughts. This is a really cool one. Get ready for this one. Before you speak, let your words pass through 3 gates. Number 1, is it true? Number 2, is it necessary? And number 3, is it kind? On that note, let's go to our throat chakra. I want you to imagine a beautiful baby blue, gentle color surrounding your throat area. Now allow it to spin in the same direction that your other chakras are spinning in. Just a baby blue disc around your throat area. It is safe for you to speak your truth. It is safe for you to be yourself. You speak from your heart. You are heard and understood. You express yourself creatively. You speak with confidence. You communicate clearly. Everything you do is an expression of love. You are getting very, very sleepy. You are feeling very good about yourself. You're doing a wonderful, wonderful job with this meditation tonight. You are going to fall into a very beautiful, deep sleep. At the end of the day, you will be at peace because your intentions are good and your heart is pure. let's go to your third eye chakra or your intuition chakra. I want you to picture a beautiful miniature planet Earth inside your head, behind your eyes, spinning on its axis, and beautiful sparks are flying off your miniature Earth. Now I want you to now think about something that you would like to manifest. Perhaps you'd like to manifest something good for your person. Why don't we do that tonight? I'm going to give you about 10 seconds to make a wish, to tell Spirit or your higher self your intention to manifest this good thing for your person. Let's start thinking about it now. And now I'd like you to capture the feeling of how you would react if you found out that that thing came about, or if it were true. Even if you can just get a little glimmer, just saw 3131, even if you can get a little glimmer of that feeling. What a great job you're doing. When you go to sleep tonight, you're going to write that thing down that you just thought about on a piece of paper, and you're going to hold your hand up into the sky, and a little archangel is going to come down and whisk it out of your hand. And I want you to know that it is already being worked on right now. Let's move to the final chakra of this evening, the Crown Chakra. This helps to bring a feeling of peace and belonging and support, clarity. As I give you these affirmations, what I'd like you to do is to picture a beautiful mauve or violet color just above, a little bit behind and above your head. And I'd like you to spin that mauve ball of light in a counterclockwise direction. You are at peace. You are complete. You are light and love. You are in harmony with life. You trust your inner wisdom. You know that everything is as it should be. You are connected to all that is. You are getting very, very sleepy. Your eyes are going to close for perhaps the last time tonight. I'm about to walk up to my bedroom, where I'm going to lie in my bed and allow gravity to pull my body into the bed, where I will feel very heavy. You have done such a good job with your meditation tonight. Every morning, you are born again. What you do today and what you do when you get up tomorrow, just for that one day, that's what matters the most. You can live in day-tight compartments. Shut an iron door on the past. Shut an iron door on the future. And just focus on a few small tasks for the day. Think good thoughts. Say nice things. Do good for others. Always remember that what you think, you become. What you feel, you attract. What you imagine, you create.